What is up, I am your host, Timothy Danger Tough Knuckles. Danger is my middle name, and I like to punch metal for fun. Today, we're gonna be ranking every album I've listened to so far. Excluding, what's it called? Everything I Know About Love by Leve, because I added that in by accident, but that's besides the point. Well, with that being said, get ready for Tales from the Walk, and let's just get right into this one. Starting off, Sakhalin Rock by the Okidub Ainu band. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was like it was like a mid tier album. I'm gonna go with C tier. All right, that was a pretty good one. I kind of like that one. Some tracks I remember were the title track, and I don't remember anything else, but I remember it being generally okay. Um, Now moving on to the College Dropout. A lot of these, like, I don't remember the names of the songs, but like I remember generally what I felt about them listening, just what I felt about the songs generally listening to it. Um, College Dropout by Kanye West. I don't support Ye, by the way. This is Kanye West. Um, giving your cousin head. That's not a very good thing. And also like selling a shirt with a swastika on it. College Dropout. It was a pretty good album. I kind of liked it. I like All Falls Down. That was a pretty good one. And whatever the first one was, I thought it was pretty good. He came right out the gate. How's the saying go? He came out firing or whatever. Whatever the expression was. I'm gonna give this one B tier. This one can just go on there too. I don't have much to say about Late Registration. I like the Roses. I like Gold Digger. Other than that, it's a middle child. Um, Graduation. I like that one quite a bit. I personally think it was I think it was pretty good. This one I actually remember more tracks from. Um, Good Morning, Homecoming, um, I Wonder. Flashing Lights especially. Those were some pretty good tracks. I really liked them. So for that reason, I'm gonna put this in S tier, and I'm gonna move this one up. Jesus is King. I thought it was pretty good. I liked some of the tracks. I liked the general style on here. I just liked how I just liked how the album sounded. I don't really remember any of the tracks. Precambrian by the Ocean. Now, oh wait, actually I forgot to add a there's another album I forgot to put on here. All right. Issue fixed, I believe. I added Fog Diver by the Ocean. Um so Precambrian by the Ocean, I thought it was pretty good. I think some of the good tracks are Ryation, sorry, no, not Ryation. I forgot the names, but I think it's in the latter half of the album. I thought it was pretty good. While we're at it, why not rate Fog Diver? I'll put it right up there. Not much to say. I don't really remember it that much. It was like it's an EP. Um, Tyler the Creator's first album. I really think, and I know this. I'm gonna get some hate for this in the comments, but um, I just personally think that Tyler the Creator is one of those artists that either you listen to his music or you don't. And like when I listen to his music, I'm thinking like, wow, this is music. You know what I'm saying? I am music. And for that reason, I'm just gonna put this one in S tier. Third best album. Goblin. Um that's going in B tier. It's a little underappreciated. It's not that bad. It's not the greatest though. It is his worst album. I would agree that it is his worst album. All right, Wolf. Actually, I forgot to name off some songs from these two. Um, I'd say like Sarah, Seven. Oh, definitely VCR slash Wheels. That one's pretty good. And then off Goblin, her window. I thought I thought Burgers was pretty good. That I think I think either Burgers or Radicals. Oh yeah, Radicals is good too. I think either Burger or Radicals is the first song I ever listened to by Tyler the Creator. There's this one point where I was trying to beat my friend Eddie at Helmet to see like who could have like the most music on their playlist. So like over the last summer or like this just past summer, I was like adding like everything to my playlist, and at some point I just added like Tyler's entire discography, and like most of that stuff I haven't even listened to. I haven't even touched like my playlist is almost 12,000 songs long. I only listen to like 2,000 songs on there. Um and I just one day it came up, I was playing Minecraft and I thought, "Yo, this is pretty good." And then this just went from there. All right. Wolf, I'm gonna put an A tier. It was pretty good. It's all right. Not the best. Not as not the best. Not as good as this one, but like it is still pretty good. And people say it was his first good album. I thought his first one was good. He came firing out the gate. All right, Cherry Bomb, underappreciated. I'm gonna say that right now. It's underappreciated. People just hate on Cherry Bomb for like no reason. I don't know why, but like, oh yeah, I forgot to name off some songs from Wolf. Like Answer, Domo 23. Those are pretty good. Tamale. All right, back to my whole little rant about Cherry Bomb. It's like a good album, and there's people just like I don't understand. Like, whoa, like what's the deal with all this hate? Um, some tracks I like off of it were like where the Slash song, Death Camp, Buffalo. Those two were pretty good. Um, I actually can't remember how Blow My Load went. Um, and Smuckers. That one was pretty good. I'm gonna put this. I'd say Death Camp or Buffalo is probably my favorite. Let's go with the A tier. Flower Boy, little overrated. I still thought it was pretty good though. I'm gonna put it here. B tier. It's pretty good. Igor. Now that's an album. That's going in S tier. I, I'm not even gonna talk about Flower Boy. Igor. I think it was just like people kept on saying, "Yo, this is Tyler's best album," and I'm thinking like, and I like this is. I'd barely listened to. I'd By the time I had listened to Igor, I had only ever listened to like one other Tyler album, and that was Chromacopia. And I was thinking like, what's all the hype about? So I listened to it, and I'm thinking like, yo, this is like extremely overrated. This is like nowhere near his best album. It's nowhere near Chromacopia. Um, but that was mainly because I was listening to it in the background as I was walking through Walmart, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was focusing mostly on what my parents were saying. Um, and it just and for that reason I kept on saying like, yo, this whole thing just felt like an interlude. And then I finally sat down and I listened to it properly, and like it finally clicked. Like I understood why people were calling this Tyler's best album. You know, and like I can there's I don't think there's any skips on this song. Well, maybe like What's Good or I Don't Love You Anymore, but like other than that, there's like no skips on this song and this album. Like the whole thing is just incredible. Like if I were to have to pick um like my favorite songs, I'd have to go with like Igor's theme, Puppet, A Boy Is a Gun, and I think I like the part in I think where you think it's gonna end and then like it comes back and then like that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. All right. Oh wait. So wrong one. Just pretend. Just pretend that's the estate sale. I just forgot. I just forgot to put that in. Um, Call Me If You Get Lost. It was okay. Not his best work. I'll put it in B tier. I liked some of the songs a lot. Hot Wind Blows. That one was really good. Um, so is sorry. So is Sorry Not Sorry. That was like one of his best tracks, I think. Chromacopia. Now that's an album. Chromacopia is actually the first ever album. No, sorry. I listened to one before that. Yeah, I did. I did listen to the Gunfighter ballads before that, but really, Chromacopia. was really what kickstarted this whole thing. I wasn't really listening to albums before this. So when I wasn't even a Tyler fan when Chromacopia dropped. I just kept on hearing about it, and I just said, you know what? I listened to a couple of songs Tyler made. Why not listen to this? Because at this point, I had only really listened to Burgers and Radical, um, and maybe like See You Again, and but like I just thought it was really good, and and this was like the first album I had listened to back in like December of 2024, and I was like, "Yo, this is pretty cool. I think I'll do this again. I think this is pretty cool." So then um I just thought it was pretty cool. Some of my favorite tracks would probably be Saint Chroma, Judge Judy, and I'll probably have to say Ratata. Those are some pretty good ones. I like those ones. Um, I gave you bullets and you gave me my love. I think that was the title of this one. I don't know. I can't read. I can't remember very well. I just listened to this right before recording this. I can't remember any of the song titles, but I remember this being pretty good. I again this is still fresh in my memory. You know what I'm saying? This is the I listened to this like an hour ago. It was pretty good actually. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm gonna put this right here. And well, these is technically an EP, but you know, same thing, same thing. Um, Parasites by Los Parasitos. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of like hardcore, but you know, I think it was all right. I'm gonna put it up here. Bloody Death of Pig Latin, same deal. Oh yeah, for Parasites, I think my favorite song was probably Mice in My Ceiling, and for Bloody Death of Pig Latin was Burger Town Sex. I actually helped write that one, if you didn't know. Um, you know, just link in bio. You know what I'm saying? Eating the Universe by Deconstructor is actually pretty good. Is actually pretty good. I liked it personally. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked how it sounded. You know, I'm saying like you know, it kind of like broadened my horizons more to you know like enjoying hardcore a little more. Um, I actually listened to that one before Parasites and Pig Latin, and I thought you know like this is pretty cool. You know, maybe I'll listen to more of this, and which led to me listening to Parasites and Pig Latin. Some of my favorite songs are probably To the Red Part 2, and I think it was the title track. Alright. Earl by Earl Sweatshirt. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. I liked it. I like songs like Moonlight and E-Rap. It's just rape backwards. And then there was that one song, that like minute long interlude that had like the best beat of the whole album, and it's just like a minute long like interlude skit or whatever, and I'm like, what's the dealio? Why didn't you use that for a song? And you know, like what the flip? Kush Kush Pack by Metro Zoo. I thought this was pretty. I thought this was a pretty good one. You know, I don't really listen to that much like hip hop. I like this. I like this a lot. Um, I'm gonna put it up here. Some of the songs I liked off this were the only one I can remember the name of was Dat Fish, and that's the first song off the album. There's one or two more that I liked a lot, but I can't remember the names. Um, 17 by XXX Tentacion. That was I really liked that one. Jocelyn Flores. I can't remember any of the other names, but I really like this one. Same deal with question mark. You know, I really like I really like songs like what's it called? Sad and what was it? The one that was dedicated to the victims of the Parkland shooting. Hope. You know, it's just a shame that X just had to die at such a young age. You know, it's really he wasn't even old enough to buy alcohol by himself, or at least legally he couldn't buy alcohol. I'm pretty sure he was drinking. It's fine. He was like 20. Um, but like yeah, I really liked it. I really liked how it sounded. You know, I'm a fan of. You know, I'd like to say I'm a fan of emo rap. You know, that's is pretty good. It's pretty good. Um, Gunfighter Ballads. The first album I believe I listened to. I listened to this one back in I think December of 2023. Um, I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. I liked it. I'm gonna put this in A tier. Damn by Kendrick Lamar. Um, this is a pretty good one. I just liked how it sounds. I remember I listened to this one on the way to IKEA with my sister. Um, cause I live far away. I live far enough away from the nearest IKEA that I was able to listen to like most of it by the time that we got to the IKEA. And I just kind of like tuned her out, and then she didn't really care either way. She's not an adult. She doesn't really care what I'm doing. But like I really like this. I liked songs what was it called? Love, Pride, and what was the really popular one? Like bum bum, yeah, bad day for me, bum bum. Oh, Humble. Yeah, I like that one. I like Tumble. To Pimp a Butterfly. Honestly, not my cup of tea. All right, I just didn't. It's just personally, it just kind of dragged on for me. It just kind of felt the same. Um, no disrespect to what Kendrick was doing. Like he was like speaking about the political and economic state of the world at this time, and it was a message that I'm sure can really resonate with a lot of people, and it probably resonates with me. But I'm not taking the time to listen to that album again. Um, C tier. Angel Eagle by Young Spirit. I mean, it was all right. I just kind of felt like it dragged on. It's like a 17. It's like a hour and I think it's like an hour long album. Um, it was like in the same way that like Igor felt like it was all one song. With a couple variations, this kind of felt more like it was all one song, even more so. Cause like if you go and listen to it, the majority of the thing is just like it's the same thing, but that's just what happens with this with freestyle music. It all sounds similar because like there's only one instrument playing and most of the variations coming from the vocals. Um, the drums always playing the same pattern, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like it's just not my favorite. C tier. Renewal by Billy Strings. I actually kind of I like this one a lot. Um, um, I can't remember any of the song names. I think one was called like Regret or whatever. I really like that one, and I can't remember any other song names. Um, I'm gonna go with B tier. Crest by Echo 2K and Blade. Honestly, not my cup of tea. Just kind of boring. I'm just not a fan of this style. I'm just gonna put this in D tier. I'm it's just like it's just not what I'm. It's just not what I like. All right, it's just like I don't. It's just kind of boring. It just feels like there's no emotions, and like they're like mumbling the words, and they're like quietly mumbling like I was saying I'm into something like that. I can't remember, but like it's just not what I like. I like I just it's just not what I like. I mean, I well you could already see that by what I put at the top. Ambient selected ambient works 83 to 95 by Aphex Twin. I kind of like this one. It's pretty good. Put it in A tier. Um I like songs like I Dolphinium and I think there was another one I can't remember. Um there's another one. I can't remember. Like I said, I forget a lot of the song names of these albums. Um and then this Caliuchis album, I forgot actually what the name was. Um let's write it. Hold on. Oh, Sin Miedo. I like this. I like this one a lot. I was a pretty big fan of it. I liked how it sounded. I liked like the especially like the intro track. What's it called? I forgot what the name was, but it's so good. But like I forgot the name. But like I really like this album. I remember I was like on a school trip on the way back, and I listened to this, and I really liked it. I really liked it. Um, the one song I can't remember the name of was I think it was Vete con Dios. I like that one. I was a fan of it. It was it's not I just like how it sounds. I probably shouldn't be doing that. I was trying to put two 9-volt batteries together. Um, is this the right battery? Hold on. No, it is not. All right. So yeah, I just liked how it sounded, and now it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Which one of these albums is gonna be number one? Now, I'm gonna give you guys a second to vote down in the comments what you guys think um album number one is gonna be. And no, don't cheat, don't skip ahead just to look at what I put at number one. Um, cause like I just want y'all to see. I can't confirm it is one of the albums in S tier, but I'm not gonna say which one. I'm just gonna keep on edging this for as long as possible. So in the meantime, I'm gonna like talk about I don't know, like what do I even how am I even supposed to stall? All right, let's just get right into it. Number one album is Igor. Igor is the number one album, and it's just a good album. I really liked it. I liked how it sounds. I like might not be for some people, but I like how the sound of Tyler's pitched up voice sounds. And especially, I like the production. I like how like synth heavy it is. I like how like the synth sound, kind of like on his first album. Maybe that's just like what made it so appealing to me. They both used a lot of synth. Um, but with that being said, I guess this is it. See you later.